To another episode of the Mignon Show. I do want to apologize for running a little late, but got stuck in traffic. So I thank you for tuning in and welcome. So my co-host is here again. James, welcome.
Thank you. And thank you for letting me be on the show.
Absolutely. I am so happy that you are here. It has been a wonderful month. This is the last Monday. I don't want to see you leave. Oh my God, you was hanging over there all that time. Oh my God, you see how beautiful he is. These are gorgeous pink roses. Can I have a hug? Thank you so much. You are such a sweetie. I need to have you come every month. I thank you for those.
You're welcome.
You're awesome. So, this is the segment that, we come in and we talk about our weekend, right?
Right.
So, how was your weekend?
Good.
Good. What did you do?
I saw you at the play, of course.
Yes.
You did really nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, he is talking about the stage play that I was in this weekend.
Yes.
It's called The Ties
That
Bind.
Thank
you. It was so awesome. So, he is talking. It was so awesome. I was a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? It was my first time doing it. But it's different when you get on that stage with those hot lights and all those people watching you, but it was good. I was happy. So let's talk about your weekend. Then we're going to get into that play because I have some good news about that stage play. Okay, so you were there and you were a vendor at the play.
Yes.
And so tell me what happened. You met a lot of interesting people that day, right?
Right. I met someone that was a photographer there. He was going to be here, but he canceled it. So
we'll have him on here next time. And when we bring him back on, we're going to bring you back on as well. That way you'll get your chance to interview him. Because I know you were excited about that with him being here, right? And so who else did you meet at the play?
Well, and I'm doing London's Law.
Yes. And you know, I met her before. I met her when I had went down to speak at in Annapolis, when I was there to speak to the panelists on domestic violence, and she was there. I met her, and so we was discussing how she got that law passed. So it was very interesting, everything of what she was doing for her daughter. So that is great because you're actually going to be at one of her events, right?
Right.
Awesome.
I also met her mom, and she supported me.
Absolutely. That's very interesting. So what else you do this weekend?
I went to church.
Oh, you went to church.
Celebrated Grandparents' Day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So how did you celebrate Grandparents' Day?
Well, I colored a little picture for my Nana. And what else did I do? And I did a bio poem.
Oh.
And interviewed her with some questions.
Oh. Okay, now. So you're getting ready, right? You're getting ready to start doing your own thing. And what else? What else was going on? You got any updates or anything?
Well, I have my pledge update. I started at 101 at the vendor last Saturday, and I got to 143.
Wow. This is awesome. So you were having people just signing a pledge, and what did they say about that? When they found out what you were doing in reference to your bullying platform, that you're trying to get 20,000 children to sign your anti-bullying pledge, what was their responses?
They're like, it's nice at school. I really, one was, it's nice. Another one was, it's cool. Another one was, someone asked me, what are you going to do after I get to 20,000?
That's interesting. Are you going to go after another 20?
What did you say?
Are you going to go after another 20,000 pledges?
Probably get it down to 10,000.
Okay. Go get another 10,000.
Just to make it less hard.
Well, don't worry about it being hard. We got your back. When we get 20,000, next time we can get 40,000. Right? Yeah, we're going to keep doing this too, where we can make every child that goes to school so it can be a safe place, right?
Right.
So that's what we want. We want bullying to end, right?
Right.
Because we understand how it makes people feel. And we understand that children are committing suicide because they are being bullied at school. Right?
If there are any bullies out there watching, you don't want people to do suicide, right?
No.
Then just stop what you're doing.
Stop the bullying now. Because we all want to go to school and be able to get a good education without having to be worried about someone picking on us because of our differences, right? We're all different. We're all unique. So we should be loved for that, for being different and unique, not made to feel like we're not special or we don't deserve to be here, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's our message. So what we're going to do on September the 30th at Costco Park, James and also Imani J is hosting the anti-bullying rally. So we want all the children to come out. We're going to have a fun day for them. We're going to have workshops for them to, help them with bullying and teaching them how to be a friend. Also to even talk about some self-esteem issues that may be going on. And also we're going to have some food and games. So bring all the children out on Sunday, September the 30th at 2 p.m., starting at 2 p.m. at Costco Regional Park.
And I raised over $500 for that event.
Awesome. And if we have any more sponsors out there that would like to help us with this cause, what is your email address where they are able to get in contact with James to be able to donate more funds?
One thing before that.
1 second. Let's give that out.
One thing before that, me and Imani J raised that money.
That's right.
And it was MGMT at 3forme Inc.
Okay.
.com.
Okay. So if you want to be a sponsor for this event, you can send an email to mgmt at 3ii4meinc.com. That's mgmt at 3ii4meinc.com. Okay? So we're going to get you some more money for people to come and donate, because this is a big issue and we need everybody to be a part of this because we're all affected by this. Okay?
Right.
Is there okay, so and you have some stats. So you like to share some of your stats in reference to bullying?
I'm going to try to divide this out a little bit
okay.
Because I got
well, you can say a few
I
now.
got 5, so I'll try to multiply that though. But just for one.
Okay.
3.2 million kids are bullied each year.
Wow.
And by giving out the pledges, we try to lower that number each year.
Absolutely. You say 3.2 million kids are bullied each year. That's very disturbing.
Very.
That is very disturbing.
I'm part of that 3.2 million.
Let's talk about that. Tell the guests that's listening right now, what was your experience with bullying?
I got trapped in the bathroom. I wanted to make friends. The names was...
Don't tell their names.
Wait, not their names.
Not their names, but just tell the situation, what happened.
Well, them two trapped me in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to make fun of them, but they said no.
Mm-hmm.
And they were smacking me around.
Mm-hmm. How did that make you feel?
They made me feel really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want any harm done.
Mm-hmm.
Actually.
Mm-hmm. Because you just wanted to be friends.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a peaceful person.
Peaceful person. So with you trying to be their friend, they decided that they wanted to attack you, because that's what they did, and to put their hands on you. Well, we know we don't put our hands on anyone, right? So we have an 8-year-old child that's sitting here right now saying that the only thing he was trying to do was to be someone's friend at school, and because they felt that he was different from them, they decided that they wanted to smack him around in the bathroom and wouldn't allow him to leave out the bathroom. This is what's going on in our school, parents. And a lot of times these things don't make it back to you because the child may be scared of the repercussions of what's going to happen when they go back to school. We also have stats where we are hearing that teachers are in school watching bullying. We don't know how it's being handled, but we had a young lady on here just last week, a young girl who said she was being choked at school, and the teacher only told her just to go in the classroom and to sit down. So we have to bring more awareness to this so everybody can take responsibility to be able to change this.
And I did not tell about that situation with the slapping and all.
Mm-hmm.
So, like a few months or weeks later, I told my mom about it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like the next year, I told my mom about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and another way people bullied me is to not play with me.
So they try to isolate you and not play with you.
Right.
But we're going to change that.
Right.
We're going to make that better for the ones that's coming behind you, the ones that's in the first grade and second grade, and they may not know how to handle that. So give them the 3 things that they should do that if they are being bullied right now in school.
Okay. 1, talk. What you say is tell them to stop very loudly. Mm-hmm. Next thing is to tell the nearest adults. And then the next thing is to tackle them. You don't want to hit them, just tackle them. So you could one to the quickest adult you see. Mm-hmm. If they keep doing it and you did everything else, they wouldn't stop. Just tackle them.
That's right.
Head to chest, hands around legs, on the crease of their knees, and upper body forward, lower body backwards.
That's right. We need to have self-defense. We got to know how to protect ourselves because we're not just there for anybody to be putting their hands on us. So we have to learn how to defend ourselves. So sometimes it may come to that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
So, and also James has his comic book here that he has created himself. So James, tell them the name of your book and also how they can purchase.
Sunk Mania Galaxy. You can purchase on Kindle, Facebook, and Amazon.
Absolutely.
Amazon doesn't get it signed though. I sign it right here like this.
So if they want an autograph copy, do they need to order from our Facebook or your website?
Facebook.
Okay.
Yes, Facebook.
Okay. So if you want an autograph copy, you can go to James' Facebook page at 3 for Me. So go ahead, you can give them your address, your Facebook page. It's just 3 for Me, right?
3 for Me Inc. 3 for Me. My Facebook is 3 for Me space 4 space me.
Okay. So you can definitely go to his Facebook page and you can order your book, and that way you can get an autographed copy from the 8-year-old creator of this awesome comic book. So thank you so much. I am just so proud of you. You're doing some awesome things. And also let them know about your T-shirts.
Right. Here are one of my T-shirts. Another one of my T-shirts are at the back of my comic book. So I've sold a little bit of Geek Checklist, but I'll probably be having those out.
Okay.
You could find a link on www.iiformeinc.com.
Absolutely.
No spaces.
No spaces. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And don't forget, guys, he always have T-shirts. He have it in children, teens, and adults. So there's a T-shirt for everyone. Right? Thank you so much.
Including toddlers.
Including toddlers. Yes, because this is a global movement.
Right.
Absolutely. So we want everybody a part. Parents, babies, everybody.
And 10% of all proceeds go to the anti-bullying movement.
Awesome. You see that? 10% of all his sales go to the anti-bullying movement. You guys, we definitely have to be able to support James with this mission and just keep talking about this. Talk about bullying in your house with your children just to see what's going on. Sit down and talk with them and see how things is going in school. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So, and like James said, this weekend I was in a stage play. It was called The Ties That Bind. It was out in Alexandria, Virginia at the Nanny J. Lee Recreation Center. And I tell you, it was my first time doing this, and I'm amazed. I am amazed that I was able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a very nice play. One of the things that I didn't like is all the domestic violence, the flashy lights, and stuff like that.
Yeah, because the domestic violence, because like that play, we wanted to deal with the issues inside of people's home that they're not talking about. So we brought to light about the domestic violence because we want to continue to bring awareness even with October getting ready to come in, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So you know that this platform that I have, because like bullying is your platform, domestic violence is my platform. And so I talk about it and bring awareness and education all year long, but we will be bringing it to the forefront for the shows for next month. So that way, if we talk about it, just like with bullying, then it will stop, right?
Right.
So we have to bring it to the attention of the masses. So just to let you guys know, if anybody missed the play or anything like that, the play is coming back by popular demand. As soon as I get the dates, we will be releasing it, but you'll have an opportunity to come out and see me. I am actually in the play. I am playing a detective, undercover. Her name is Nadine Watson. So you guys got to check it out. It's a phenomenal play. I want to thank LeRae Productions for being able to bring me on and being able to do something that I have always wanted to do. And I'm excited because I don't know where this is going to go, but it's looking really good. So I am enjoying this ride, right?
Right.
All right. So that was our chat for today. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our break. And when we come back, we have a phenomenal kidpreneur right here in the studio. She's here. She's going to be at the table. So I thank you for watching, and we'll be right back. I am your host, Mignon, and this is my co-host,
James.
And we'll be right back.
Bye.
Welcome to VoxWave.com. VoxWave.com is a television network TV station on the internet, allowing people like you to be able to come on the show and promote what you do. Entrepreneurs, musicians can come right on this stage right here and perform. Talk show hosts can sit right here at the table and talk about their business. It's all about entrepreneurs. This is a platform just for you. For more information, please visit us on VoxWave.com, VoxWav.com. And also, for more information, you need to call me, Rez Gaskins, 240-832-4455 for more information. Again, VoxWave Television is a platform for people just like you. Get a hold of us. It's VoxWave, baby.
Again. that Tigger. This is his sound here. This is jam. Here with my man Mix. Yeah! Yeah! With my man Big Mike from the 5-0 crew. Right, young Mike. Say what? Yes, indeed. Yeah. One more time. Get on down, Calvino. Get on down, baby. Also, we got my man Donnell over there. Good to see you, baby. And what's your name, baby? Hello, Shannon. What's your name, girl? Sweet Bonita in here. Yeah, we got Lisa. Yeah, we know Sweet Lisa. Park Road. Say what, baby? Yeah! Come on! Come on! Happy birthday, Lisa. Yes, indeed. Also, we got Sweet Boogie and all the crew. Sing it down, yeah! Come on! Don't wanna blow. Hit on down, flow. Say what? Woo! Yeah! Hanging up on Team Clippers. We got my man Bobby Brown here. Say what? My man Sherman and Dawn. So what? What's up, Stu?
and we are back. Thank you for watching the Mignon Show. I am your host, Mignon, and this is my co-host,
James.
Thank you so much for tuning in. So as you can see, we have our beautiful guest sitting here at the table. She is 14-year-old Gabrielle. Welcome.
Thank you for having me on the show.
You're so welcome. So before we get to chatting with you, I'm going to read everybody a little bit of your bio just so they can know who this awesome kidpreneur is. So give me 1 second. So Gabrielle's love for baking presented itself at an early age. While her mother was preparing to retire from the U.S. Navy, Gabrielle was enrolled into a new school. Upon her entrance, the bullying immediately began by her fellow students. The stress of being bullied began to take effect on her self-esteem and confidence. As a way to deal with her feelings, she took to the kitchen and conjured up various homemade desserts, which led her to finding her comfort. A family friend was so impressed by the taste of her desserts that they suggested selling them to make a little money. After meeting Gabrielle Jordan, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and author of The Making of a Young Entrepreneur, she found encouragement in the older Gabrielle's words to dream big and step out on faith. It was at that moment that Gabrielle started her own business at the age of 9, and Glorious Pastries by Gabrielle would be introduced to the world. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So as you heard me say, this is another child who have experienced bullying in school, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a few questions for you before James asks you a few questions. So I just want to deal with the bullying part right now. So when that happened to you, how did that make you feel?
Well, at first I was going to school. I was the new kid, so people would talk about me because I was different. I would be the good student. I was a smart kid. I was quiet also, but I was just different to them. So once they started talking about me, it just took a toll on my self-esteem, my self-image, and my confidence.
Absolutely. And that's what we're talking about, guys. You can have a very bright child that does well in school, good grades and everything. But because of the peer pressure of their peers and the bullying, it will have your child to do a 360-degree turn. And this is what we have to focus on. Because we can't just say that, oh, they get good grades and there's nothing happening. It's happening. It's happening. So when it happened in school, was an adult told about the situation that was happening? Did you go to a teacher?
Yes, multiple times I went to teachers, the principal, guidance counselors, but what they would do, they would just go talk to the student, and then that would just make it worse when I came back to school the next day.
Absolutely, because now that bully is upset with you for telling, right?
Yes.
So, okay. So that's what we're saying about the school system. And that's why we have to make sure that we're making schools safe for everybody. Because the policy that the schools have now are not working. It's not just about going to the child and saying to them, don't do this. That's not working. That makes it harder on the child that's being abused because they're being attacked maybe after school. Maybe it's at home. They can live in the same neighborhoods, but things are still going on. So teachers and the staff at school, the principals and guidance counselors and everybody, they have to do better. They have to do better. So when you told the adult at the school and the bully came back, what happened after? What happened then when they came back after they knew you had told on them?
Usually they would call me a snitch or something like that, and then they will tell the whole class, or other people will get their friends, and then they'll start picking on me, and then it will just kind of be like a whole bunch of people just randomly picking on me after that one person told and called me a snitch.
Got you. So how do you deal with that now? Because you're much older now. So how do you deal with bullying if it was to come to you now that you already know what to do? Well, I'm going to say what to do. at your age if another bully was to come to you and try to bully you now?
Well, like right now, usually if a bully comes to me and they start talking about me, I just learn to ignore it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I could, you can still go to a teacher, but if that doesn't do anything, just kind of ignore, maybe talk to your parent or another trusted adult, but usually just ignore them, and eventually they will stop bothering you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do.
Well, that is good. That is good because, in the news right now, you have so many children that's being bullied. And we even had a few children, I remember reading a story of a 9-year-old that was being bullied in school. And she ended up going home and she hanged herself. And I also know about a 12-year-old boy that I knew personally I used to work with his mother. And he was bullied at school at 12 years old because of his weight. And one day his mother came home and found him hanging in her shower. So these are serious things that's going on because a lot of children ain't going to be as strong as the next. Some can't take the bullying. Some just can't walk away. So I'm so glad that we have had so many children on this show this month who are talking about bullying and what it has done. But then you took that and you birthed something out of that. You did something positive with that. So when you were going through that, and you had got your need for baking, how did that make you feel? How when you started getting in the kitchen and baking, how did it boost your self-esteem and your confidence?
It was just, I guess, the stresses of being bullied and just baking, because I started baking with my godmother, and that it was because I had a sweet tooth, so we just always bake. And I just found a relief from stress from that. It just relaxed me, especially after eating our products. It relaxed me. So then it was just a confidence boost. I started getting more confidence, and then eventually when I started my business, I knew that was what I wanted to do in my life. Pretty much when I get older, or right now.
Awesome. So tell us about this book that you co-written with this, co-authored. Tell us about this book.
So the book is called The Science Behind It, Formulating Success at Any Age. And it was myself and 26 other young moguls. We all wrote the book, and it's giving a guideline of all of our success and how to start a business, and even for people who haven't started a business, how to start one. Awesome.
That is great. So what part did you write in here? What was your suggestions to people in this book?
So my suggestions to
starting their business, yes.
So I said first, find support from family, friends, just ask around. Find mentors. Find your passion, because if you find your passion, you pretty much you want to do that for however long you own a business. You don't want to start say a jewelry business, but your passion is to bake, like I did at one point. I started making jewelry, but it wasn't something I wanted to do.
Absolutely. You definitely have to find something that you love doing. And I always tell people that, find your craft and do that. I used to put on events and everything, and I was always saying I never wanted to have the singer in the kitchen cooking. If you're a singer, I need you performing instead of cooking. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So it's always good to find your passion and go after your passion. So, James, you have some questions that you would like to ask Gabrielle.
Where does your passion come from?
Like I said earlier, when I would go bake with my godmother, because we both had sweet tooths. So it was just relaxed me when I would bake with her.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Where is your favorite place to write?
I would say my favorite place to write would be in my room, because it's surrounded by my favorite color, which is pink.
My favorite color is purple. What's your favorite color?
Red.
Red. We love red. Awesome. Now, do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do have 5 brothers.
Wow. Are they entrepreneurs like you?
No.
Okay. All right.
Who is your mentor?
I would say my mentor is Gabrielle Jordan. She was the first kidpreneur that I've ever saw. She was my first mentor. Another mentor would be April Richardson. She owns DC Sweet Potato Cupcakes. Jim Coleman, who is the President and CEO of Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation. This is a couple of them.
Awesome. And I have met Gabrielle Jordan. Me and her had did an event for youth before, and I met her, and she is awesome. She is definitely a great role model and a mentor to have because she is definitely doing it. So, yeah, shout out to her. That is great. And all your other mentors. You know, it's very important to have mentors to be able to help us. And then that way, as you go through and move forward in your business, then you can reach back and also be a mentor to someone else who's coming up behind you, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Another question?
What will you do with your success?
So right now, I'm also a motivational speaker. I speak against bullying, and I try to inspire people to start their business or find their passion and find a relief from being bullied.
You definitely need to do that. When things are not going right in certain situations, you have to find your peace. And sometimes it's cooking, sometimes it's writing, it could be dancing or singing or whatever, but it's very important for you to find your peace, right? Even with you, James, your whole book, you did your book as well because of bullying, right?
Right.
Okay.
And I kind of wanted to find my peace. So my peace is probably playing video games is one thing that really cools me down all the time.
Okay.
One other thing, I barely do this, but I would recommend that taking a nap after something bothers you, you will probably forget it after that.
Now, let me tell you something. It's good you said that because I do that. I've been doing that for a child, ever since a child. If I'm going through a certain situation and it's disturbing my peace, the first thing I do is take a nap, just so I can calm down and get back to my happy place. So that is awesome because I do that. I'll take a nap quick, just to stay calm and peaceful. Anything else you would like to share?
Well, just a little thing. When I was young, like 6 or 7.
Last year.
Yeah, probably. Like every single day after church, or like one day I take a nap. I take a nap for like four something hours. So and my mom be making me take a nap every time after church when we were going to church every Sunday.
Yeah, sometimes you need a nap after church.
Well, I didn't yesterday.
You didn't need one though.
I don't need one. I don't need one now.
Oh, you didn't need one now. Okay.
Because I'm too old for naps now.
What? At 8 years old, I take naps now.
My mom still takes naps. She's always tired because of work.
Because we're busy. We need a nap so we can rejuvenate.
All of my stuff. All of the stuff I do.
All the stuff you do. Okay.
Yes, I need help with that. So my mom helps me with that.
Absolutely. And so that's why she got to get her rest.
Right.
Right? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So do you have another question for Gabrielle?
Are you prepared for rejection?
I actually am. A couple of times I've heard the word no, but then I read a book and what she said was no, it stands for next opportunity. So I always think instead of thinking no, it just means that maybe that wasn't my time yet, and maybe I'll get it next time.
I love that. Did you guys hear what she just said? That's a great way to look at that. So even with adults out there, you know, if you're trying to do something and you have people that's telling you no, it's all about how you look at the situation that changes the situation. So if you look at no as the next opportunity, then that will be able to keep you motivated to keep moving forward, right? because it gets hard out. It gets hard out here. I'm telling you. Just like, and I'm going to share this because we had got some feedback from the play, you know, and some people were judging the small, minute things, you know, but it's not about that. And it always comes from people who would never get up there and do it. You're always going to get your negative responses from people that would never do the things that you do. So you can't worry about them. You can't worry about them. You got to keep moving and keep pressing forward, because everybody is not our people. And we only want to deal with our people that's for us, right? Okay, so I just wanted to share that. You have another question?
Your last question. What is your hidden talent?
I would say my hidden talent would be playing the drums.
Oh,
I'm a
wow.
percussionist. I'm in my high school marching band. And I've been playing the drums for almost 5 years now, getting lessons.
Wow.
I knew that.
We should have had a drum set in here. That would have been really cool, wouldn't it?
I knew that she was going to say 5 years.
Why?
Because I knew 5 years. So like before she said that, I said just like that, and she said like more 5 years.
Wow.
So I technically knew that.
You knew that.
Right.
Wow. Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. So you've been doing that for 5 years, and so that's your hidden talent, and you love being in the band. Do you think that maybe one day that you will actually be in another type of band? Let's say like maybe performing for Beyonce, because you know she got her all-girls band. You know, would that be something that maybe you would be interested in?
Maybe. I actually haven't thought of that. That's a good idea. Maybe I should do that one day.
I'm telling you. For you've been doing this for so long, and now you know, girls, we're rule the world. You know, girls, and just to have the opportunity to be able to work with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? So that is just awesome. You should look into that. Get into it. Maybe start your own girls band. Because they out here. Everybody know I love Belladonna. Yes. And it's an all-girl band. So are you from this area? Are you from Washington, D.C.?
I'm from Maryland.
You're from Maryland. Okay. So y'all not from this area. I was going to say, so since you've been here, how long have you been here?
I've been here for how long? Maybe 9 years.
So you heard about the music here, the culture of go-go and everything, right? Okay, yes. So Belladonna is one of the go-go female bands here, and I'm telling you, they are awesome. And I remember even from when I was younger, they had another all-girl band. It was called Pleasure Band, and it was like, they were awesome. Females was playing every instrument, and it was just so amazing to me, because it's like wow, just to see all the things that girls can do. Even with like now you got all these girls riding motorcycles. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Girls is like doing a daggone thing. They are doing a daggone thing. I am excited for you. This is awesome, and I can't wait until I taste one of those cupcakes. What flavor is that?
So I have chocolate cupcakes and vanilla cupcakes.
Okay. Now, do you do an array of flavors, all different flavors?
I do different flavors.
Okay. And so what is your best seller?
My best seller will be the red velvet cupcake.
Oh, wow. Everybody loves red velvet.
Yes.
Do you crunch up now you know Oreo didn't put out the red velvet cookies. My niece made a cake, a red velvet cake 2 weekends ago. And she had crunched up Oreo red velvet cookies on top. I had to get out their house because I kept going back getting a piece of cake. It was delicious. I can't believe what they done done. And then she tells me today, Auntie, you know they got some well, I already knew about the lemon flavor, but she said something else, another flavor. It may be. She said, now I'm going to make another cake or something and put them on. I said, oh, my God, y'all know I'm on my protein shakes.
They have golden flavors.
I love them.
I like them, too.
I them to make a lemon cake and put them on it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like lemon, but I like the golden flavor, though.
Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, this is awesome. I am so proud of you. I am proud of you for what you're doing. I'm proud of you to be a motivational speaker. I am proud of you for taking something that happened to you that wasn't so pleasant, but turned it around. and had it to mean so much more. And now you're baking. See, that's one thing, and I'm going to say this because that's one thing about what God do. God take your pain and what you have been through, and he turn around and make it work for you. It makes it work for you, that same thing you went through. Now you can sit back and you can say, now them bullies watching you now, and now you are an author, you're a chef, you baking cupcakes and things like that, and they probably still bullying somebody else.
And what if they like those cupcakes? So now they stand up to you instead of bullying you.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they want to be your friend, I guarantee.
I guarantee.
I guarantee that now they want to be your friend, because people always want to be friends with somebody that they feel as though is going somewhere.
That's actually happened before too.
Yeah, I believe me, honey. I know. I ain't lived these 49 years and ain't learned nothing. I know, but that's what they do, and that's why it's so beautiful of what God does, is that he takes our pain and he turns it around and gives us purpose. Now you have purpose. Now you are talking about what happened to you to help someone else. So that's awesome, and I applaud you, and I thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, James, you have something for her?
Here is your gift, and you show out the T-shirt.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that is her gift from 3 for Me, and he would like for you to pull the T-shirt out the bag and show it. So, James, you got to tell her what's in the bag, what she gets.
Ooh, wait, let me see that. A bestseller.
Oh.
An adult.
So turn it
media.
around. So everybody can see.
Be a boss, not a bully black.
Be a boss and not a bully. That is awesome. That is too
this
cute.
This is our bestseller.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I'm lucky we still have it.
And what else is in the bag?
We got the pledge. After today, we'll have 146.
Awesome. So that is a pledge. We would love for you to sign it in a little bit. We're going to have you to go ahead and then say the pledge and then sign it, basically saying that bullying ends with you. Like I said, James is trying to get 20,000 signatures, right? And also on September 30th, if you're available, we would love to have you come out to Costco Park and join us.
Here
that
is
day.
a flyer right here.
You have a flyer. Mm-hmm. You also have your bullying button in
bracelet.
There. Got your bracelet. Button. And last but not least,
the comic book.
The comic book autographed copy.
I'll just make sure it's autographed.
Okay, make sure it's autographed.
It is.
It is. Hashtag JJ.
That's my little signature.
That's your little signature. I know. I'm hashtag.
Until I could write cursive or whatever stuff.
Well, this day and time, you stick with that hashtag. You can't go wrong with that.
Right.
Because I'm hashtag just Mignon. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Them hashtags are good.
Right.
All right. So we're going to do some more stats right now.
Did you know 2 out of 3 of bullying victims become bullies?
Absolutely. 9 times out of 10 that if someone that has been bullied, the next, eventually or sometimes or maybe they will become a bully themselves.
Right.
Right? Okay. So we're going to change that too, because we're going to stop bullying. Okay?
Yes. We're going to lower this down to at least 1.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe 0.
Maybe 0. That's our goal.
Because 3, we might get this to 2 or 1.
Yes. From that 3.2 million kids who are bullied each year.
That's just wrong for that number.
It's so high. That's a lot of children. That's a lot of children.
That must be
year.
like every single school.
It is.
Because there are so many kids that are bullied. And there are more kids in each school. So a part of that school. And it's starting to multiply too.
Yes, it is.
It's definitely starting to multiply.
Yes, it is. So give them some more stats. Let them know what's going on.
I'm lucky to see this. 70% of school staff see bullying. I say 35 of that, 70 will report it and 35% maybe not.
Okay.
And I would save the rest two just for the two others.
Okay.
One on each.
Okay, so what we'll do, we'll have Gabrielle do the pledge. Go ahead and read it and then sign it. Okay, so tell her what to do.
You read it and then sign it by date and keep it in a special place.
And also let her know that when she signs it, it'll also go on your website and she can go there and see her name, stating that, she's against bullying.
Right.
Okay. All right, Gabrielle. So you're going to count down, James? You got to tell her.
On one.
On one. So go ahead. Count down.
3, 2, 1.
I pledge to be bully-free and to report any bullying I see. We all are different, I do agree, but I pledge to treat everyone fairly. Loving myself, that is the key. Being myself is living courageously. I pledge and guarantee that future bullying ends with me.
Awesome. Yes. Give me a high five because you didn't memorize that thing. That's right.
I looked out a little bit, but I kind of memorized it.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
My mom made me do it over and over again sometimes.
That's how you learn. That's how I do. You got to keep reading it over and over again. The next thing you know what? You will see it. That's how you learn. If you keep looking at something, eventually it becomes a memory. And you can see it play back in your head. So that's how you memorize things. So that is awesome. So let's give them another stat.
I was going to save these two for the rest, though.
The rest of what?
The rest of the show.
This is the rest of the show.
Oh. 90% of 4 through 9th graders report of being a victim of bullying, and they report it as a problem.
Yes, 90% of 4th through 9th graders. Wow. I tell you, those are some staggering numbers.
All these numbers should lower it down to at least 1.
Yes.
This has to stop.
So you're going to tell
all those bullies out there,
yes,
you have to stop.
Yes. Stop bullying. Stop bullying. These children are hurting. 90%.
This number is way too large.
Way
for
too large.
That little many kids.
Yes, from 4th through 9th grade. And like we said before, imagine if you were a victim of bullying and it started in the 4th grade. And every year into the 9th grade, you are one of those victims. That's 5 years of being bullied and taunted by, it could be the same person, it can be new people, because sometimes with bullying, once they find out that somebody's being bullied, then you get other bullies to bully that person, right?
Right.
So 5 years of that. Can you I just can't imagine the trauma that when you're in the 4th grade, what are you, like 9 years old?
9.
9 years old.
Yes, 9.
9 years old. That is just horrible. I'm telling you guys, we have to do better. Let's give them this last stat.
67% of students believe that schools respond poorly. All those teachers out there and counselors report everything. Every bad thing you think happened, report it to the principal.
Absolutely. So that says that 67% of students believe that schools respond poorly to bullying. That means that they feel as though you guys are doing nothing, that you are allowing this behavior to continue. The children are talking, guys. They are speaking out. They are tired. They want to go to school in peace. We have to come together and change this. We have to. And I am so proud of you two for doing this. Were you ready to say something?
We definitely need to lower this number. This is way too much. Way too much.
Way too
this
many
has
children.
to stop.
Way too many children. Way too many children. Oh my goodness. As you guys know, this show is an hour. And it always goes so fast because of the issues and things that we're talking about. But we're going to continue to have this conversation about bullying. It will not end today. Even though this is the last day for my co-host, James. And I just love him so much.
I might want to see you the next September.
No, you're going to come back before then.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're going to come back before the next September. So I just want to thank my guest, Gabrielle. Oh, my goodness. I want to thank you for coming. And I just want to let you know, I know you have a lot of other things that you're going to be doing. So what I want you to do is look in that camera right there, and you can tell our audience any upcoming events you have, and also how to contact you to purchase your book, and also to be able to do your cupcakes.
You can go on my Instagram and Facebook at Glorious Pastries 1. You can go on my website, gloriouspastries.gabrielle.com, to order Instagram and Facebook for the book, and the website for the book.
Awesome. Do you have any events that's coming up that you're speaking at?
In October 5th, I'm actually going to be in Kansas City because I'm getting an award.
Awesome.
I'm speaking there too.
Awesome. That is great. We wish you much success. And I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to continue this. And this movement is awesome. And I just applaud you, and I thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope we got some other young little girls that watch this show. And I hope that they are looking and they're paying attention to know that if you did it, they can do it. Right? Absolutely.
And shout out to all the grandparents, all my relatives, family, and all my supporters.
All his supporters.
Thank you for tuning in today.
Thank you.
And congratulations for the pastries.
Awesome.
I'm voting for you to make more.
Absolutely. And I am Mignon, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at MBA Speaks. We will be back here next week at 6 p.m. on time. I hope the sun is shining. We will be here at 6 p.m. And October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we will have another celebrity guest who will be Miss Beverly Smith Brown. She is the founder and director of Mama Safe Haven. So we're going to have her here, and we're going to have an awesome time. And I thank you guys again for joining. I will see you next week. God bless, and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you next week.